the OnePlus 8 Pro versus the Pixel 6 Pro. Both are calling themselves Pro devices. Let's see which one you should consider picking up. Now, of course, I have both. I love both, but I do like one a little bit more than the other. And I'll let you know that at the end of the video. So I'm going to try to make this quick. All right. The OnePlus 8 Pro was released in 2020, and the Pixel 6 Pro was released in 2021. So they're about a year of each other, even though this device is older now since it's, 2023. Both are flagship devices, premium, top tier, best of the best devices. Okay. Both are unlocked for all carriers. So whatever carrier you're on, these devices will work. Now let's talk about the design. Now I'm going to leave the cases on because I'm sure by now most people know what these devices look like without a case. And it's just easier for me to handle these with the case on. So with the OnePlus 8 Pro, you got the cameras in the middle. That's kind of old school, I guess, compared to what they're doing now. And with the Pixel, you kind of have the whole camera going across the back of the device. So when it comes down to design, which one I like better, I love both of them, honestly. But if I had to pick one, if you forced me to just pick one, I would probably go with the Pixel 6 Pro. It's just something about this. It's just so unique with the way they did these cameras. So unique. I really like that. And sometimes you want something that looks a little different and more unique, than other things. Now, I do like the design of the OnePlus 8 Pro. Don't get me wrong, but I just like the design of the Pixel 6 Pro a little bit better. And of course, that's always going to be personal preference. Next, let's talk about build quality. Now, with the 8 Pro, Gorilla Glass on the front and back. With the Pixel 6 Pro, Gorilla Glass Victus on the front and the back. So you're going to get better build quality with the Pixel 6 Pro. Now, when you use if you decide not to use a case, that's what I'm trying to say. If you decide not to use a case on either device, because some people just don't like cases. And I don't have a problem with that. That's personal preference also. Now, I'm always going to use a case because I want to protect my device. I don't drop my device, but it only takes one drop and then you damage it. I'm not with damaging stuff that I spend a lot of money on. So I keep my stuff in cases. And most times it gives me better grip. But with the OnePlus 8 Pro, you got like a frosted back, but it's still slippery. And it's curved a lot and it's kind of thin. So it's not the most comfortable device to hold in the hand without a case. For me, it's not. However, with the Pixel 6 Pro, it's a little bit thicker. It's more boxy. As you can see, it's much more boxy. It's a much wider device. And it's definitely super comfortable to hold in the hand without a case. And even though it does not have a frosted back, it has a glossy back, it's not slippery at all. Not for me. And most phones that I hold in my hand are always slippery. But this phone is definitely not slippery without a case. And I love the way it feels in the hand. Both feel very premium, but thinner, more narrow, and slippery. Wider, no frosted back, a little thicker, but definitely feels very comfortable in the hand because the corners are nice and rounded. So, and maybe you may feel different, if you have both of these devices, you may know the difference between the two. But for me, I would definitely go with the Pixel 6 Pro when it comes to build quality. It has better build quality because it has Gorilla Glass Victus, so it's better resistant to scratches. Even though I don't have any scratches on the OnePlus 8 Pro, but the Gorilla Glass on here is stronger. Next, let's talk about button placement. Now, button placement is important to me because, and it may be important to you, most people, when they interact with their devices, the one thing you're going to interact with all the time is that power button. It's important where that power button is placed. Now, of course, with the OnePlus 8 Pro, it's placed where it should be below. Well, actually, it's on the right side. That's the first thing. But the volume rockers are on the left. Now, I prefer all my buttons on one side but at least it's on the right side. Now it's a little high for me, not super high, but you see where my thumb is? That's where it should be, but it's kind of up here. So I kind of have to stretch my thumb a little bit to get to it. But push come to shove, double tap, you have to touch the power button. So there's that option. Of course, with the Pixel 6 Pro, you got the volume rockers below the power button, which the power button should be down here. So the button placement on the Pixel 6 Pro is terrible. Now, what you can do if you put on Nova Launcher, which is what I'm using, I'm using Nova Launcher on here. You can just double tap, turn off the screen if you don't want to be doing hand gymnastics trying to reach that power button way up here. Okay. Now I know some people prefer to use the Pixel launcher. I can't do it because I can't customize my home screen, and that's a problem. But we'll get to that later. So OnePlus 8 Pro has the better button placement. Next, let's talk about Face Unlock. Now there's not a whole lot to talk about. OnePlus 8 Pro has Face Unlock. The Pixel 6 Pro does not. Next, let's talk about the in-display fingerprint sensor. Both have optical in-display fingerprint sensors. Now, I like both of them. Both have haptic feedback, and both have a little animation, which I like. But when it comes to overall, now I'll say this. Let me turn these off again real quick. I want to show you something. Double tap, double tap. All right, you see how they look? Now, I like the look of the OnePlus better. It's more rounded. I don't really like the way the Google Pixel 6 Pros look, but the fingerprint sensor stays on all the time on the Pixel 6 Pro. That's a big deal to me. With the OnePlus, it does not, but it does stay on long enough for you to actually to turn on. Like as soon as you go to lift the device, it's automatically going to light up. But I just like the fact that it's on all the time. I just wish it was bigger and had a better look to it. But if I had to choose one now, let me say this. The in-display fingerprint sensor on the OnePlus, you can change different animations. I think you get like 5 different animations that you can change it with. I like that. You can't do that with the Pixel 6 Pro. What you see is what you get. Now, like I said, both have haptic feedback, so you get a little vibration every time you push it. That matters. You get a nice animation with both, but you can at least change the animation with the OnePlus 8 Pro. But which one is better overall for me? In my experience, I got to go with the Pixel 6 Pro. This thing is 100% accurate. Now, as some of you know that follow the phone game like that, when the Pixel 6 Pro was first released, there was issues with this fingerprint sensor. A lot of YouTubers were complaining. I hadn't gotten it yet. I got it late last year, so I didn't really experience that. But I'll say this. Google definitely fixed it because this thing is 100% accurate for me. With the OnePlus 8 Pro, I like it, but it could be a little finicky sometimes, honestly. It really can. Even when I feel like I'm pressing it properly, but you don't really have to press it perfectly on the Google 6 Pro and it'll open, but it's not like you got to do it perfectly on the OnePlus 8 Pro in order for it to open every time. It's just a little finicky. So I definitely like it better on the Pixel 6 Pro. Next, both the IP68 water and dust resistant. So you don't have to worry about any water damage on either, and that should give you an extra peace of mind. Let's talk about RAM. Now, both come with 12 gigs of RAM. And also on top of that, RAM management on both are excellent. Next, let's talk about internal storage. Now, the OnePlus 8 Pro, this one comes with 256 gigs of internal storage. And also, this version of the Pixel 6 Pro comes with 256 gigs of internal storage. Now, both of these do come with a 128 gig variant. However, there is no 512 gig variant for the OnePlus 8 Pro, and there is a 512 gig variant for the for the Pixel 6 Pro. So if you're the type of person you need at least half a terabyte of storage, then you may want to consider the Pixel 6 Pro because The OnePlus 8 Pro maxes out at 256, which is unfortunate. Next, when it comes to speakers, both come with dual stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos. But in my testing now, initially I thought the Pixel 6 Pro sounded actually better. But when I tested them again, the OnePlus 8 Pro actually sounds better. They're a little louder and have more clarity. And that matters. Now, both sound good. You'll have a good media experience on both. But for my ears and what I heard, the OnePlus 8 Pro sounds better. Next, let's talk about the displays. Now, to me, that is a major, major big deal to me when it comes to display, because I can't stand LCD, LCD displays. I can't stand them. It has to be AMOLED, POLED, but it can't be no LCD. Can't take it. So with the OnePlus 8 Pro, you're getting a 6.78-inch Quad HD Plus Fluid AMOLED display with HDR10 plus, 120 hertz refresh rate, 513 pixels per square inch, 1,444 nits peak brightness, and motion graphics smoothing. Now, I can't tell y'all how much that thing is awesome. The motion graphics smoothing. Now, I've showed this many, many times. I'm not going to show you in this video, but you can check out all of my other OnePlus videos where I do talk about that a lot. How sharp and smooth and clear it makes media content. When you're watching videos of any sort, it kicks on and you can see it says motion graphics smoothing, turning on. Oh my God. It makes even standard definition stuff like I'm a Star Trek guy. So I watch a lot of Deep Space Nine, and that was never recorded in HD to my knowledge. So I only have standard definition. But when I use the OnePlus 8 Pro and that motion graphics smoothing kicks in, it makes that show look so up to date, clear, sharp. It makes it look beautiful. Seriously. And the OnePlus, and the 6 Pro, no, it ain't it ain't touching it at all. No. So that motion graphic smoothing is everything. This device has the best display out of all the phones that I have. The only one that comes right behind it is my Mi 11 Ultra. But this thing has the best display. That fluid AMOLED display and that motion graphic smoothing takes the media experience on this device to a whole nother level. Now, my Mi 11 Ultra it's right behind it because it has something like that on it too in the settings where you could tweak and make everything look sharper, clearer, and more smooth. So it also has the same thing, but this actually just still looks a little bit better. Now, when it comes to the Pixel 6 Pro, you're getting a 6.7-inch Quad HD Plus LTPO AMOLED display, 120 hertz refresh rate, 512 pixels per square inch, and 777 nits peak brightness. So both have a Quad HD display. Both are beautiful. Both get adequately bright, but there's no question that the OnePlus 8 Pro gets considerably brighter and it's more vibrant. Okay, it's way more vibrant, it's brighter, it's sharper, it's clearer. It's definitely superior to that of the Pixel 6 Pro, without question. Both have 120 hertz, but it's just better on the OnePlus. Now, you are getting a bigger display with the Pixel 6 Pro because it's a tad bit matter of fact, no, it's not. It's not taller. Actually a little bit shorter than that of the A Pro, but this device is boxier and it's wider, so you're getting a little bit more display with the 6 Pro. Okay, so you can see that the OnePlus 8 Pro is a little more narrow, and some people like that because it's a little more hand friendlier, depending on the size of your hands. If you have large hands, then the Pixel 6 Pro may be better. You want more display, more real estate. But for some people that want a phone that's a little bit more compact, you may want to go with the 8 Pro because it's a little narrower. But the OnePlus 8 Pro definitely has the superior display. Next, let's talk about battery life. Now, the OnePlus 8 Pro comes with a 4,510 milliamp hour battery, and the 6 Pro comes with a 5,003 milliamp hour battery. Now, the battery life on both of these are beast mode status, just straight up beast mode status, because I could get a day and a half with moderate to heavy usage with both devices. And also, standby time with both devices are excellent. So when it comes to battery life, it's even. Let's talk battery charging speeds. Now, with the OnePlus 8 Pro comes with 30-watt wired warp charging, sorry, and 30-watt warp wireless charging, and 3-watt reverse wireless charging. All right. With the Pixel 6 Pro, 23-watt fast wired charging and 23-watt wireless charging and 5-watt reverse wireless charging. So the only thing that's a little bit faster when it comes to charging speeds on the 6 Pro is it has 5-watt reverse wireless charger. Other than that, the OnePlus is killing it when it comes to charging the battery. It's much, much faster. This is really, really slow. I mean, really slow. Should be way faster than what it is, but it's slow. Now, the only thing that's good about this, you can go from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes. And with the battery, the way the battery runs so well on this device, you get this thing up to 50%. You could actually get through a full day unless you're using the camera really heavy or you're using GPS or something like that. If you're just using the phone normally, social media, surfing the net, listening to some YouTube videos, listening to some music and things like that, easily 50% can get you through a day, or it can take you into the next day. Far as, like, say if you come home and your phone is on like 20%, you just want to get it up to 50% because you're going out, you can definitely go out, get into the next day up until that morning. Unless, like I said, unless you're using the camera. If you're taking a bunch of video and you're using the GPS a lot, you're going to run through the battery faster because the phone is going to heat up. All right. So when it comes to charging speeds, the OnePlus 8 Pro definitely charges faster than that of the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Next, let's talk about always on displays. Now, both have an always on display, as you can see. But the better always on display is clearly the OnePlus 8 Pro. You can see the different colors. You can see the notifications. They're bigger and they're a lot easier to see. Of course, with the Google, it's the same old boring. Everything's white. Everything's on the left. And you can't customize it. The OnePlus 8 Pro is definitely customizable. The Pixel 6 Pro is not customizable at all. Only thing you see the weather thing that changes. That's about it. Everything else is just the same. Okay, you could at least change your always on display on the OnePlus 8 Pro. So they both have it, but the OnePlus 8 Pro is customizable, and the Google Pixel 6 Pro's always on display is not customizable at all. Next, the OnePlus 8 Pro does come with the alert slider. So you can go from vibrate, silent, and then on. So I don't use it because I always keep my phones on vibration all the time because I get so many notifications, and I get annoyed if I keep hearing my phone go off constantly. It gets annoying for me. So my phone is always on vibrate. So not a big deal for me, but it may be a big deal for you if you're somebody that can actually don't, getting notifications don't bother them like that. But it does have the alert slider. The Pixel 6 Pro does not. Next, let's talk about software, updates, and security patches. Now, the OnePlus 8 Pro uses Oxygen OS and Android 13. And Android 13 is the last major update for this device. And no more updates after April 2023 of this year. Now, for me, that's not a big deal because the phone does have security on it built in. I could always put a VPN on there. You can too. And also, Android 13 is great for me. I don't need Android 14 or 15 because really the Android updates, as far as Google's concerned, they're very, very minimal. There's not a whole lot that's changing. Plus, I don't really care about Android updates that much. I mean, I care about what the company, when they upgrade their own software, because then they'll add features and things like that. But Google updates, Android updates don't really, not a big deal for me. But I'm not speaking for you. I'm only speaking for me. So not a big deal. So Android 13 last update, and this will be the last year get security updates. And then, like I said, you could put a VPN on here and it already has security built in. I've never had an issue with any of my phones that no longer get security updates. I still use them like I always used them. I make all kind of transaction, bank transaction, all kind of transaction. No issues, no viruses, no nothing. So don't let nobody tell you have to upgrade your phone because you're not getting any more security updates. That's nonsense. That's just their way of trying to force you to buy, to upgrade your phone. Everybody can't afford to upgrade their phone all the time. Some people actually keep their phones between 3 and 4 years. Some people do. All right. Now with the Pixel 6 Pro, you're going to get Android. It's using, first of all, it's using stock vanilla bone stock Android. So this is Android in its purest form. So if you're the kind of person that likes vanilla stock Android, you're an Android purist, then this is the phone that you want. You want it simple, just like the iPhone is. You want simple, you want simplicity. You'll get that with the Pixel 6 Pro. All right. And you're also going to receive Android 14 and Android 15 and 3 more years of security patches. This is one of the most secure phones on the market. So if that's a big deal to you when it comes to Android updates and security updates, then you may want to consider the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Next, let's talk about chipset and performance. Now, let me tell you something real quick. When it comes to both of these devices, when it comes to performance, you can't go wrong with either one of these devices because they are both absolute butter when it comes to performance. Both are super silky smooth. Now you got the Snapdragon 865 here on the OnePlus 8 Pro, and you got Google's first generation Tensor chip on the Google Pixel 6 Pro. And let me just show you what I mean by that. So just watch the animation, see how fast I mean, it's one thing to see it, but when you actually are using this and you go back out and it's the animation is so buttery smooth. It's crazy how smooth this thing is. And it's nice and fast. Like everything just pops on immediately. So when it comes to performance, this is just as smooth as the Pixel 6 Pro. Now, keep in mind here, I'm not using the Pixel launcher. So animation is going to look a little different. They're not going to look quite as smooth. But trust me, when I actually used the well, you can see how fast it still is, so it doesn't affect the speed at all. It's still super fast, as you can see. Every time I touch everything, it just pops open immediately. Like there's zero lag, zero delay. Everything comes on immediately. So, but the animation looks a little different because I'm using Nova Launcher. But when I've used the Pixel launcher, it's just the same as the OnePlus 8 Pro. Super fast, super buttery smooth. So when it comes to performance, you're going to get great performance out of both, and they're equally fast and equally smooth. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the cameras, but we're not going to go heavy in the camera. I don't do camera comparisons. I don't even get heavy into the camera because the cameras on smartphones are not that big of a deal to me. Now, I do want at least one device with a really good camera, but I don't really take pictures like that, honestly. I mean, I very seldom even use the cameras. Now, the most I use the cameras on any phone is when I'm recording my videos, and right now I'm using the Note 20 Ultra. This is my YouTube phone. But other than that, I barely use the camera. I don't take photos like that. I don't take videos. But when I'm having a family gathering or if I'm going out of town, that's when I take photos. But other than that, it's not the biggest deal to me. I'm not gonna come down on other YouTubers that dwell so much on the camera, but I'm just not that guy. It's more things to a phone than just a camera. Like all the things I just mentioned, those are the things that are important to me. They may not be important to everybody, but they're more important to me. I want to know about what I'm getting as the overall package, features and all those things. I want to know all that. But when it does come to photography and video, you're going to get a great experience on both of these devices. Okay. The A Pro, you can shoot at 4K at 60. Now, there's no 4K on the front facing camera, which is unfortunate, but it still takes good pictures and good video. Now, with the OnePlus 8 Pro, you do have, four lenses on the back. And of course, with the Google Pixel, you got three cameras on the back that's hidden behind underneath this lens here. Now, you may ask, well, which one takes the best photos? Now, like I said, both are excellent in all areas, but which one takes photos and videos a little bit better than the other? I would have to go with the Pixel 6 Pro. Not a whole lot better. Now, the night shots are going to be better on the Pixel. But overall, the OnePlus 8 Pro can definitely hang with the Pixel 6 Pro when it comes to photos and videos for me. Now, like I said, those are my eyeballs looking at photos and videos. So I'm just going by what looks good to me. I can't speak for other people because sometimes I'm looking at, other reviewers and they're doing all these different photos and saying what's wrong with it or what's right with it. And a lot of times with the ones they're saying something wrong with it, I don't even know what they're talking about because I can't see a major issue with with the photo. So everybody's eyes is different, just like everybody's ears is different. We all see things differently. So for me, they both are great, but I will say the Pixel 6 Pro's photos and video are slightly better than that of the OnePlus 8 Pro. And you notice with this video here, I didn't get into a bunch of features and all that. But when it comes down to features, if you want a phone that you needed to have features and you needed to be kind of what do you call that? Yeah, features, and you needed to be very customizable, you're gonna get way more customization on the OnePlus 8 Pro than that of the Google Pixel 6 Pro. It's just a fact. It shouldn't be that way because Google invented Android, and you got way more other Android devices that are way more customizable than a Pixel, and I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. The fact that I'm using the Pixel launcher and I can't even customize my home screen the way I want, it makes no sense. The fact that you can't customize the always on display makes no sense. Just not enough customization for the company that invented Android. It makes no sense. You're going to get way more customization and you're going to get more features on the OnePlus 8 Pro. If that matters to you, if you're the type of person that you're just all about the simplistic, pure, smooth Android experience without, features and without a whole bunch of stuff, then you want the Pixel 6 Pro. But if you want something that's going to give you more features and more customization, I would highly suggest you go with the OnePlus 8 Pro. Now, the lowest price I've seen for the OnePlus 8 Pro on Amazon was $350, and the lowest price I've seen for the Pixel 6 Pro was $319. So now I didn't check eBay, and there's some other places out there you could check if you're looking for lower prices, but those are the two prices I've seen for both on Amazon. $319, $350. Now, for me, if it was my choice which one I would choose between the two, I'm going to go with the OnePlus 8 Pro. You're going to get a brighter and better display. You're getting better speakers. Oh, and the audio on here is better than the audio far as when you plug in your headphones. The audio is much better on the OnePlus 8 Pro than that of the Pixel 6 Pro. So you're getting a better always on display, more customizable. You're getting face unlock. You're getting better animations with the fingerprint sensor. You're getting a better display. You get a brighter display, motion graphic smoothing, which takes the media content to a whole nother level. You're getting great cameras. Um, you're getting great build quality. So, and the button placement is better. So for me, I just like this better. I really do. Now I do like the Pixel 6 Pro. You want that pure stock Android? This is your phone. Super fast, super smooth. Android is integrated into this phone perfectly. You know, you're getting great cameras. You're getting features like speech to text, which is unmatched in any other, Android phone. The speech to text is awesome. You got Now Playing, and you got other things that's integrated into the software of this device. And the security on this device is second to none. So you're going to get a great device on both. But like I said, for me, I got to go with the OnePlus 8 Pro. I just can't get over how beautiful and bright this display is. I just love this. I just love looking at it. I could just literally stare at this display for hours because it's so beautiful, so bright, so vibrant. And the performance of this phone is just beast mode status. It's just so silky smooth and fast. The speakers, I like I just like everything about this device. I really do. I just wish it had a headphone jack and expandable storage. That's about it. And this thing, I just wish it had more customization, headphone jack, expandable storage, and a brighter display. But that's my quick comparison between the OnePlus 8 Pro and the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Sorry that these videos can't be 10 minutes. I just can't do a 10-minute comparison video. I just can't. I'm trying to cover so much stuff, so I just can't do 10 minutes like, a lot of creators out there that can. But I hope you appreciate the time I took to make this comparison. I hope I covered a lot of things that you all were interested in. If you want to see my camera samples and video samples, of course, I'll put those two videos at the end of this video, so you can just click on them and see my full reviews of both devices. Thank you all very much for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. Hope everybody out there is staying safe and staying well, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.